wounded. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be out on the bike. I'm going to be going to Manchester. I'm going to take you with me. So this is part of the local series. Not been out for the local series for a long time, so it's good to get back out and showcase some of the local areas. So yeah, we're going to be going down this here. This is actually part of the Leeds-Liverpool canal. It's the top of the 20 locks. From Wigan, and I've just walked through a shit ton of midges there. Always good fun. So yeah, this is the top lock, and it bends to the left there. So that's the top lock there, and it bends left. There is a little bit to the right, but that's all blocked off now, so it's a bit pointless. Oh, little canoe there. Love a canoe. But yeah, we're not going to be to Liverpool Canal. That's a different trip altogether, which hopefully we'll end up doing at some point if my knees allow it. But yeah, we're going to be going down the 20 locks first, and then when you reach pretty much the bottom, you'll branch left. So today, I just cracked my elbow on that. Ouch. So today we're on the new bike from Argos. Cheap and cheerful, it'll do. So the GoPro is actually on the bike. I don't know if you just then. So if the quality, I mean I am close up, but if the quality is not great and the sound's not great, I do apologise because I'm not wearing my mic at the minute either. But yeah, I'm on my phone for most of this. So yeah. So anything with canals in it can be a bit grim. Right, enough of me waffling. Let's go that way and get to Manchester. at the bottom of, well, not at the bottom of the 20 locks, they actually carry on that way. I think there's about another 3 or 4 before you actually officially make it to the bottom. Obviously we've gone, there's a bridge just there. Ooh. There's a bridge just there that you turn off, you've probably just seen on the GoPro footage. And now we're on the Lee branch, so we're going that way. I think it has got a different name, but it takes you past Lee, so we'll call it the Lee branch for now, and then I'll put the proper branch name on the bottom here. But yeah, it's not very, they have drained it. I don't know what they're looking for, or they're just doing maintenance or whatever, but yeah, they have drained it. So yeah, bikes giving me a little bit of issue. This mudguard there keeps dropping a little bit, that keeps shifting. My saddle actually dropped. Yeah, I was 2 minutes up the road from my house and it just literally just dropped. I hadn't tightened the nuts properly, so it just dropped. So I had to go back because I left me spanners at home. Other than this spanner, who's now on the way home to get the spanners to tighten my saddle up, has decided to take his gloves off and leave his gloves at home now, so I'm gloveless. Which is not good when you've got handlebar grips like that. It's, I reckon it's going to cause me a bit of jip, to be fair. But hey ho, we're not about negativity on this channel, so we will take every mini crisis and we will find a solution to it, which we have done. So first point of interest on this is the Wigan flashes. Very decent boat and lake. Dog also likes to swim in it when we come down here. Yeah, there it is. And you've just got the canal there as well. So lovely bit of lovely bit of scenery. The heat wave we've just had as well. So I'm doing this on the 22nd of June. And obviously the 2 days prior to this was a stonkingly hot couple of days. So I bet that was used a fair bit. Safe to say though, I mean obviously it's on the piss unfortunately because it's more than likely been vandalised. But if you are going out in the water, please do be careful. And if you're not a strong swimmer, I'd advise against it unless you've got people in your party or your mates who are really good swimmers and they can come and get you if you do get in a bit of bother. Yeah, this flash has been known to have the odd tragedy happen on it unfortunately. But yeah, lessons learned, stay safe, wear life jackets, and if you can't swim properly, make sure you have got someone that in your group of friends that can swim. Not bad for doing it, but that sounded amazing. There's a new road over there that hardly ever gets used, so I don't blame them for doing it because it's always quiet. Boils my piss. I only just noticed what I put my bag on top of as well. I'm going to end it with that because otherwise there will be profanities coming out and then I'll have to beep it, which is just extra editing, which is a pain in the arse. Right, onwards. wounded. This is the first time I'm going to have to call it a fail. I am beyond pissed off. West Island Way, Great Glen Way, Cumbria Way, all done. Oldswalk Way, done. I know hiking and long distance cycling are two different kettles of fish. It requires different range of motion and all that, but I'm going to have to call it because my knees are just horrific. I don't know what's wrong with them because I have done this route before and it wasn't a doddle, don't get me wrong, it's a long distance, it's about 25, 26 miles. But I have done it before. That was back in 2018, I think. So we are talking several years back. I was a little bit fitter back then as well, but we're not on about my fitness. It is an element of fitness, don't get me wrong, because it is my knees and they're not in the greatest shape at the minute. They used to make this grinding noise like when I was in my teens and 20s, but I put that down to my height. And my mum has it as well, so I don't know if that's just something passed on or what, because she's not exactly tall, but still. For the last couple of years, they have been cracking a lot. Like if I'm sat down at work or if I'm stood in one place fixing something and I turn ever so quickly or whatever, they'll crack. Or if I'm just sitting down or laying down at home and I just slightly move my leg, it will crack, and it's not great. I'm just hiding under a tree at the minute because it started raining as well. But yeah, it's an age thing, but again, that's no excuse because I've seen people ride past me that's older than me. So yeah, I need to get my knees sorted out because the main goal is to do the Leeds-Liverpool Canal in the next year or two, and I cannot do it with these knees at the minute. Look, I brought that along with me because I knew if it might give me a bit of jip, but not as much jip as it is giving me at the minute. Fuming. But I'm not going to persevere and make it worse because it will backfire in the long run. I just ended up moving to get out of the way of that lady, and I've ended up eating that. Hello. Morning, you alright? You alright? Just all rubbing it in now, aren't they? No, I like my cycling. I've just not done it in a good couple of years. And my past bike, that was mint. I love that bike, but I left it in the garden and it just rotted, unfortunately. It was a bloody good bike, that though. So yeah, I mean, I can't fault. There are elements to the bike that have ticked me off a little bit as well, but that's not actually the bike itself. It's the bits I've added to the bike. The front mudguard here keeps dropping and rubbing against the tyre, so either I'm going to take that off and get a new one that's decent because they're cannibalised off my wife's bike, thinking that it might work, but it's clearly not. The same for the rear mudguard as well. That keeps shifting a little bit. So yeah, not great. So a few little tweaks that need adjusting on the bike, but the bike itself as a whole, without all these little attachments, I can't fault it. The saddle slipping down, that's my error because I didn't tighten the bolts tight enough, so it just slipped. But yeah, I'm gutted. I really am gutted. It's painful. I've never had to call it quits on anything that I've done. This is the first time. Maybe I should just stick to hiking. And then maybe I should just hike the Leeds-Liverpool Canal, what do you reckon? 127 miles. People have done it in the past. I've seen it. Maybe I should just hike it. 127 miles. What's that? Probably about a week and a half in it, 2 weeks pushing it. I don't know, if I can't get these knees sorted, then might have to hang up the bike, to be fair. I don't know what, I mean, ask us on a postcard, drop it in the comments, how do you sort knee pain? Cod liver oil tablets or whatever it is, eat more fish, you know what they say, it's good for the joints. Yeah, sorry guys that you've not seen as much. I mean, there was quite a few nice areas that you could have seen on here. I mean, that there's just a derelict pub, unfortunately, which is a common occurrence in this country at the minute. Good, great British boozer. Yeah, there's an old mine in near Lee. There's an old mine shaft, like, you know, the black cable thing. There's one of them still up. We'll pass Pennington Flash, Old Trafford, Manchester Ship Canal. You know, there's a lot to see on this ride, and unfortunately I can't bring it to you. Maybe one day I will, but you know, here's what it is, isn't it? You can't help it. You have to look after number one at the end of the day. Look at all these little healthy buggers doing running. The wife's doing some running as well, so maybe I should take that up, get a bit fitter. Might help the knees, you never know. So yeah, just currently waiting for the missus. She's coming to the rescue in Thunderbird 1. So I'm going to stop waffling, wait for her, put the bike away, and probably cry on the way home. Livid. Absolutely livid. Hi guys, so as much as my colossal cock up was just shown there, I have added a GPX route to the description of the video. So if you are still keen on doing the actual route, even though I've not showcased it like a tit, you can still do the route. And I strongly recommend that you do, because it is a fantastic route. Like I said in the back end of that video, there is a lot to look at. Obviously you've got the flashes, you've got Pennington Flash, you've got the old Lead Mines, Old Trafford, like I said. And then obviously you enter the Manchester City Centre. Obviously you enter the lock area in and around Deansgate, which is just stunning. And then obviously while you're there, obviously you can pick and choose where you finish when you're in Manchester, and obviously you can go for a pint, which is always a winner. Please do use the GPX file. It is a fantastic route. It is 24 point something miles, so if you fancy a long day hiking, give it a hike. I have only ever done that on the bike though, so I would recommend doing it on the bike, because it's just brilliant, you know. So yeah, enjoy guys. Thanks for watching.